Okay, we have the Jaguar 2001 XJ8 Sovereign. Right, before I start, just let you know, I only brought this car just for a filling, because obviously I had a serious accident in my Land Rover last year, and I've been rebuilding it over the last 6 months. You'll see that I MOT'd as well. Anyway, quickly with this car, it's on LPG, it's got a BRC system on it, it's all registered, certificated up, done on the DVLA, so obviously if you go into London you won't have to buy the, pay the, you know, the gas test, or whether they charge you for coming in and out of London. Other thing on it, right, when I had it, right, there was lots of body work to be done, just bits, scabs and stuff. It's just come out the body shop. And I've just had it all done. I'm just going to go through what I've had done. Look at the body on that, it's absolutely superb. It's not immaculate, but it's a far off it. I'll go around as I do and I'll try and put things out. There's a bit of a scratch here, I might miss a few chips. There's going to be like a few stone chips and stuff, which is normal with any car. Even brand new cars have got stone chips. So you can see all the chrome is superb. I've had all the front bumper done as well, sprayed here as well, because it was like a little scuff there. All the chrome's good round there, as you can see. The bonnet, a few stone chips at the front and stuff, only little bits, very very tiny. I'm just being really picky here, because obviously I've got the bonnet open, that's for a reason, because I'm going to show you the engine in a minute. So as you can see, look, tyres probably got about 3 mil on the front, maybe a bit more. It's that good, you can actually see the reflection of myself, look in it, look. And all down the bottom, I've had all this done as well, all the regular places. Whoever knows the Jags, they know where they go. This is like I say, the body on it, there's no rust. This car, I tell you, wherever I go, gets so many looks, and people come up to me and comment and say that's a really nice car. Right, just continue with the back. I've had the back bumper all recently resprayed as well. That's all been done, as you can see. Right, here's the LPG filler down here. It's not a very good place to put it, but it was there. The only thing on this car that obviously is missing is the sensors. The wires all there, they were broke. I think I've got 2 at work. You'll have to get 2 for the end. It's not a big pricey job, price them up on eBay. I'm quite prepared to knock the price off for them. I haven't got the time to do it, I'm busy, and that's it. That's the sort of person I am. Right, big job I did on this car was, so the timing chain, there we go. I'm going to show you. When I bought this car, the Boss seals are gone, which are these, right? Letting the oil into the spark plugs, yeah. Where the spark plugs actually go down into. I take the rock covers off, bits of plastic up at the top. I happened to clock it straight away. I thought, whoa, you know, let's get this done. So I went and bought a quality chain set. You can see that was ready to fail. Look at the crack in it there. Same with these, look, ready to fail. All the bolts of the VVT I've ever all the time renewed. Everything, the crank seals, also the big crank bolt, all the oil seals as well. The lot, everything got renewed. Crankcase, cover, gasket, rocker cover gaskets, everything. Also, just run back round the body, as you can see. Nice tinted windows, I had those done, right. And they are legal as well, these are the legal, the front ones. Then I've had dark on the back and a little bit dark on the back there, as you can see. Stand back, the car looks absolutely superb, as you can see, look. I'll tell you what, an eye catcher or what. And I like the ride height as well, as you can see. It's a little bit low on the back because of the gas tanks, which I'll show you. Just run into it. There's one gas tank and the other one's under there. It takes 100 litres. Cheapest chips to run this car, you wouldn't believe it, honestly. So cheap, it's unreal. Right, running costs, you probably all want to know, yeah? Right, I got one lambda sensor which I bought for it, right, which is going to, it isn't affecting the car at all, it's just affecting the miles per gallon. Engine runs sweet as a nut. I just haven't got the time to fit it. It's the passenger side one and it's the upstream one, the one before the cat, right? Easy to fit. Garage next door to me, right, because there's a few garages, obviously we all operate. Just to let you know that I've done motor vehicles for 30 years. I've done my own part-time for 20 years, something like that. I'm semi-retired, so some of my work off now I got passed on to Very Ready Motors. So if you do live local, I'm quite happy to let you take the car into the garage and Mark will fit the lambda sensor for you. It's an easy job. If you're a mechanic yourself, or at least somewhere that way, you know yourself, it's not a big job. Other thing as well with it, like I said, I think I mentioned the tyres. You might need a couple of tyres on the front. Still got 3 or 4 mil on, but you can tell on the steering that it's quite heavy. on the steering, not heavy, but like you can just tell when the tyres are going down, like 'cause there's not much meat on them, like, you know, it just feels a bit strange. Right, as we lift up the bonnet, look at the engine there, look, nice and clean, everything. All been valeted. I've valeted all inside. Obviously I valeted the engine because you can't put water on them, but I'm just saying this is how clean it is, as you can see. As you can see this blue pipe here, these pipes here, they're as brittle as hell. Be careful with them. I've left this one loose, it should clip in there, but the problem is when you try and pull them out, they break. That's exactly what happened this when I was doing the chains. So I just renewed it and converted it to a silicone pipe. Right, other thing, I noticed that from this cap here, which it's Pence again, there's a small coolant leak to the side, and I mean like a little drizzle from the cap. They're known for it, right? It's got a plastic one on it, it should be aluminium. Obviously those are probably Pence on eBay, and I noticed that on it, I have had it off and I tried to seal it with a bit of what you call it, PTF tape, but yeah, because the seal's actually like worn in there, so you could do with another cap, probably £8 or £9 like I said. Anything else is that? Yeah, the other thing, when I had this car, right, the heaters used to blow hot when you drove, and then when you stopped, the heaters used to blow cold. So when you actually accelerated, they were hot. When you stopped, they were cold. That's strange. Anyway, next thing you know, I didn't realise that the Jags have a separate pump, which is just down here. It turned out the pump had seized, so obviously it's just an electrical pump, and that does the heat for the cab. So if ever you ever lose heat, it's a pump down here, right? That's all been done and replaced and up and running and working. Right, oil filters, plugs, LPG system, all that's been recently done. I've done all that, everything's been done on it, right? The only thing what hasn't been changed on it is the axle. That is about the only thing I haven't changed is the axle oil, so you could probably just get somebody to do it yourself, to do it for you, or do it yourself, vice versa. Gearbox was changed 2 years ago. I'm sure there's a receipt in there for it as well. I think it was a price of 1,200 quid. Obviously it was probably a second-hand one or reconditioned one, the last owner told me. It's got sports mode, fantastic. Put into sports mode, away it goes, and I'll tell you what, the cardo off, go. It does not hang around. It's also got in here, it's fully loaded. I'll show you the interior, as you can quickly see. I'm being quick because I don't want to bore you and you're just sitting there watching a video, but I would like you to try and go through the video, so obviously, and listen to it, so you understand that everything I'm trying to explain, that you can see it's all been valeted. I used to valet cars, and obviously I like to do them right so people can, you know, come along and think, bloody hell, look at that, that's really nice. Headlining up there as usual, look, it's just starting to slope at the back, easy fix. Buy some carpet spray, well actually it's roof lining spray with a nozzle on, and all you do, it shows on YouTube, you poke a hole in each side, spray it in, stick it up, job done. Interior's in really good condition for 181,000 miles, you can see, just keep the leather going on it. The leather cleaner, a little bit of a repair I've done there, it's just where it's cracked, where some, you know, your elbow rests. You can buy the colour bit, I've done the repair, you just need to buy the colour off eBay. You can match it up from the paint code, interior paint code, and you just wipe it over and it covers that out. What else is that? This is what I like, let's just put that on. So the seat and the steering wheel, look, all moving, look, it all comes and alters to your driving position. Now I've obviously got this memorised, as you can see the memory there, look, there's 1, 2 and 3. Now when you pull it out, look, watch, and then I've got it so it extracts, and the steering wheel extracts in, look, seat goes back. Yeah, all that works. Electric seats all work, they're a bit slow, the driver's one's a bit slow in getting hot, it gets warm, the passenger one gets hotter because obviously the driver's one's been used more. As far as I know, all the instruments and everything work on it, all the lights and all the sports mode. It's got electric sunroof, that all works perfect as well. You can tilt it back and tilt it forward, all that works, all the windows work, central locking. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we're on. Okay, we're on petrol now, so we'll start her up, and let's turn that off and you can have a listen to it. There we go. Now usually when you've had it on gas, which this has, right, they always like take a few seconds to turn over, but if you put it onto petrol and you've been running on petrol, starts first time every time. It's always the same on LPG, right? So here we go. As you can see, the red light indicates petrol. Yeah. As soon as you press to gas, flick that over. Yeah, this gives you indication, just a rough idea. Don't go on this, right, for how much gas you have left. It's gone to amber, now it's going to go to green. There we go, on gas now. As you can hear, look, listen to the engine. Sweet as a nut, that engine. You will not fault that engine. No smoke on the back. And you can't tell much difference, to be honest. The only thing I tell you, if you really want to put your foot down, you do, you know, like gas ain't got the hump like petrol has. So here we go, switch it back over to petrol, watch, there we go. Back on petrol now. Give it a rev. Ticks over superb. Look at the tick over. Not even a move. Right, you're wondering why engine management light on. LPG, yeah, not all vehicles do it. These Jags bring the engine management light on every time. You want to put a code clear on it, you can. Clear the codes. It'll come up as soon as you put the code reader on it. 8 misfires, right, on every cylinder. It's the changeover from LPG, right, from petrol to LPG and vice versa. As soon as it changes over, it detects a misfire because it's got knock sensors, right, and the ECU detects it. Next thing you know, it throws that up. As soon as you clear it, you can keep it on fuel and the engine light will not come on. You can drive it all day long. As soon as you hit LPG, brings the engine mag light on. Right. Other reason is the lambda sensor. I don't know whether I mentioned it, but the lambda sensor's gone on the passenger side, yeah, which is upstream, the one before the cat. I've got the brand new lambda sensor. I just haven't got the time to do it because I've got other things going on. But like I say, I'm quite prepared for Mark next door to me, another garage. He'll fit it. If you want to fit it to your own garage, find out just to fit a lambda sensor. Right, if you take it to a normal backstreet garage, it's going to cost you about 75 quid. That timing chain kit, right, yeah, if you had that done at Land Rover, you can phone them up. It's £2,700. That's how much it is, right? Obviously, I've done that, right, and you've got to know what you're doing because on these engines, right, they haven't got no timing marks. So, you know, everything has to be spot on. Driver's door open. If we close that, that'll go off. Obviously got the handbrake on because I've got that, but then you can, look, it says 11.6 miles per gallon. I can tell you now, before that lambda sensor went, I was getting about 16, 17 to the gallon. So the only difference it's going to make, is they don't make no performance to the car. All it's doing is just drinking a little bit more fuel, but you can just stroll through, look, instant fuel, average speed, 181,246, everything here, and 45.7 miles, that's what I've done, and the range left is 67 miles, right? 3.9 gallons in there, used, and I think it tells you how many miles per gallon you got left. I've put 20 quid in it today, so you got plenty of that. Now that fuel lasts ages, because this car changes over onto LPG from cold. I'll tell you, the engine gets so hot very quickly, right? The temperature comes up to temperature quickly that within a quarter of a mile, I'd say less than half a mile, right, it's warm and it changes over. So don't keep thinking that with some cars, like, they take age with LPG. This is the new system on here. It's the BRC, it's the sequential one. All the radio works and everything. Clock. What else is I can tell you about it? I think that's about it. Oh, there's only one other thing. One key, right? Obviously this is how it came. The only thing I find is that you have to lock it by the key. The reason for that is because there's one for open, one for closed. This side of the key is knackered, but watch, it opens perfect. Yeah, come to the back, open the boot up, there we go, all that works fine. The fob is fine, it's just the closing of the car. Front lights, look at this, I think this is superb. Press that, on come your lights. I'll go your lights. So everything else, as far as I know, works on the car, right? Drives nice. Like I say, it's not a brand new car, it's 20 years old. It's a classic. Right, running cost. I'm 51 years of age. Adrian Flux, I think that's what I'm insured with, £200 a year for the insurance. That's fully comp, right? Running costs, I put £60 a month in. £15 a week on LPG. That's right, £15 a week. I'm getting, like, once it's at the moment doing about 14 to the gallon, 13, so it's doing about 28, 30. Once you put the lambda sensor on, you can double that, so that'll be doing like 34, 36, something like that. Right, because don't forget, they don't do more miles per gallon, right? It's because you buy LPG, right, at the half of the cost of petrol. Yeah. Is there anything else I've got to tell you? I think I mentioned this little indentation there, look. Nice big boot, like I say. If I stand back you can look at the car. I'll just give it another twirl around here. Honestly, the car is absolutely superb. You know, there is going to be little things you have to buy, like, you know, just wear and tear, like I say, like tyres or track rod end, or, oh, mention track rod end. You may have to buy one of them at some time, but I've renewed the ball joint on the driver's side, which was quite a big job because I had to take the spring out, and also I've done the front brakes on it as well. But like I say, it's all there, ready to go. I'm looking at 2,750. I will knock off some money, obviously, for little few things like the tyres and the lambda sensor, anything else that I've probably mentioned. But like I say, it's all ready to go. I don't need it. And there's my Land Rover up there, look, so just to prove there's no bullshit with the selling. If I hadn't got that, I'd keep it. Eventually these cars will become worth more and more money, and they are climbing in value, and especially being LPG. You go and find an LPG car as cheap as this, right, with all the work and the timing change done, well, I've done it to this. Anyway, good luck if you do. Bye for now.